welcome to another campus update with Inside Swoop. I'm Rashna Amrigar, here to bring you up on a special edition interview show. Our guest today is Gordon Richards, a student at UNF. Welcome to the show. Our topic today is the 48-Hour Film Festival. So, what is it?
The 48-Hour Film Festival is a worldwide 48-hour film project that was put together by a man named Mark Rupert back in 2001. They're based out of Washington, D.C. There's 120 cities around the world that compete every year. Every weekend, you'll have a group of cities that'll be competing somewhere around the world for their city competition. Each city will get all the film teams together and they will come up with the best film for that city. Once a year, they go to Filmapalooza. This year we're in Lisbon, Portugal, and it'll be like the World Cup of short filmmaking. You know, all 120 best films from around the world come together and they come up with the best film in the world. And that film, and then there'll be some others that get selected, but that film will automatically go to Cannes Film Festival.
Oh, okay. Can you tell me how it works?
I think I just did. Anyway.
A little bit more elaborate, a little bit more.
Well, actually, on as far as the challenge itself, on Friday to Sunday generally is when it runs, and usually from Friday at 7 to Sunday at 7 or 7:30 actually. Because at 7 o'clock Friday you will get you'll pick for your genre, and usually you pick two genres. You can take one or both of them actually, and then at 7:30 they will give you a prop, a line of dialogue, and a character name with an occupation that has to be either spoken, implied somehow in your project somehow. Okay, like in other words, the prop could either like a note. It could be a musical note played, or a post-it note written, or a musical note drawn on the wall. As you know, that kind of thing. So, all that's designed just to make sure you're not pre-writing anything before Friday or anything like that, because you don't even get those elements until 7:30 Friday night to begin writing.
Okay, so what was your topic?
You're talking about for
the film that you made?
The film we made this year was because Jacksonville just did our 48 last month.
Okay.
So we had what was our musical or martial arts and musical actually.
Oh, okay.
was the two genres that we picked, and we went with martial arts because unless you've got a group of already talented people ready to go and an idea for a musical, that's probably one of the hardest ones I could imagine to do. So we went with the martial arts, and it just has, you have to have something about the film. It has has to have a kind of a martial arts feel or theme to it.
So it was very successful and to a broader audience. Like, how did that go? How did you get it to the audiences, the film?
Well, when we get done making our films, everybody has to have their film turned in by 7:30 Sunday, and we upload them now. We used to have to actually bring them downtown, but the pandemic, that was the one good thing that they did, was they had to figure out how to submit the films without touching anyone, and so now we get to submit them online. So as long as your film's in the queue uploading by 7:30 Sunday, you're good to go. And just hope the power don't go out. But yeah, and from there, we will have usually, this year we had 29 teams, so we had to split it up into 3 separate nights for Jacksonville to Group A, B, and C screenings. And each one of those nights will actually have an audience choice, best film audience choice, and that's where actually, and it's us, the filmmakers themselves, and some folks that come in to watch them will actually watch the film and pick. So each night you will have a best film picked by the audience, and those folks actually get submitted to the best of screening that'll usually be a week after. So that best of screening is going to be the audience choices from the 3 screening nights, and then there's judges that actually get contracted, and usually there's 3, and they'll be from Nebraska, Ohio, and Nevada. They won't know each other. They won't know any of us. And so they will sit and watch all 29 films,
Wow.
grade them. There's a specific grade sheet that they go by. And then if it comes down to a tie, which it sometimes does, everybody gets together so
Wow.
it's pretty intense as far as it goes. And then the best of, you'll have like best film, best screenplay, best actor, best actors, best everything.
It's like the Grammys. Yeah.
Yes, it's
yeah.
very and so the most important thing is that anybody that can make a short film within the guidelines of the project is qualified. You can make a film we have people come out with mobile phones and just strictly make them off of them. As long as you can, the 4 to 7 minute, and there's like a short criteria. You go to 48hourfilm.com, and on the website there you got all the information you need to register a team and all that stuff. It's super simple. All the forms are on there. There's any of the forms that you need. They even got a checklist to make sure you got all your forms. And and that's if you're registering your own team. If you just want to get on a team, there will be teams registering people or looking for crew all the way up until the kickoff Friday.
Wow.
That we're going to shoot the 48 off of. And like this year, we at a String Sports brewery, because it's so big, because fit all 29 teams in there, and some of those teams were actually looking for crew members and then people went out. So even if you don't know anything about it, there's a chance to plug in and get onto it, because that's a lot of times I'll get that question like, well, how do I get involved in this? I don't know anybody. I didn't even know
I didn't even
made
know either.
movies in Jacksonville. Well, we do. We make a lot of them, and so showing up to those kickoffs, that's one way, and then there's a lot of other film stuff that you can plug into.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know what the cost is of how to make a film, the 48 hour?
Well, the registration, there will be separate pricing. You'll have like early bird registration. There's actually a registration, like this year where I'm from up in Canada, the Okanagan, they just did their first 48 this year. So they actually got a special discount because this is the first year they've ever made a 48, and I'm not sure, maybe they had like 5 or 6 teams or something like. Yeah, well, nice. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And so, but I'd have to look at the website and actually see. It's only like $120, $130 or something like. It just depends on when if you wait till the last minute, it's going to be a little extra, but it's not much.
I'll have to take a look at it when I get home.
Yeah.
Just to see. So, what's the prize at the end?
Okay, well, like I said, you have at the best of screening. That's when everybody's going to find out which prize they won. And I mean, like I said, you can win best film, best screenplay, all of the categories that you can imagine, that you've seen if you ever watch the Oscars here.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll get a you'll really nice trophies. The winners of the first, second, and third place best ofs will actually win cash prizes.
Oh, wow.
The film gear, like we have a really super nice softbox that we actually use all the time.
Wow.
And we won that last year when we and it's like a $400 or $500 light. I mean, it's
wow, that's
I'm looking
expensive.
around here to see if you guys got one, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so it's stuff like that. And like I said, the coolest part of it is when you're out there, you have anybody and everybody. Like you don't have to be a filmmaker. You don't have to have gone to school. You don't have to have a film degree or none of that. You just, obviously.
It's all about having fun. That's why.
Yeah, you're coming out to have fun. Obviously, you need to know what you're doing. But our team actually is their 11th year, and it's my 6th year with them. And I can tell you that after you've been at it a while, you'll realize that the technical skills of it all, like working the cameras and the sound and all that, are important. But the most important thing is because you got to build a team and that family thing. It's almost like a cake you're baking. And if if I can't stand a person that I'm working with, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter how good they work, because you're infected. You know, it's the team
gotta work together.
dynamic suffers from that. So it's the best people you can find for the position that also work best together. And
Oh,
so
okay.
that's why it takes a long time to build a team. It's like a sport. You know, just like any other team,
Like
like a
football.
band.
Yeah.
You know, you can't have. It doesn't matter how well somebody can play a guitar if you can't stand to be around them. You know, because and
You're convincing me to
Yeah.
go also.
well, that was your last question.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. Maybe I'll join. Maybe I'll see
Alrighty.
you there and I can work with you on a team.
Alrighty.
Yeah. That's all the time we have. We have for the special edition of Inside Swoop. Thanks to our guest, Gordon Richards. Tune in next time for more campus information. I'm Rashna Amragar. Thank you for joining me on Inside Swoop.